Hey, good morning. You know, the videos you see online about the immigration and the homeless, and the people on the street are doing exactly the same things people do in their homes. They're sleeping, they're eating, they're talking, they're fighting, they're asking for drugs, whether it's fentanyl or white or cigarettes, weed. The people in homes are doing the same thing. They just have a roof over their head. They're going to doctors, they're asking for drugs, asking for assistance, fighting with family, committing crimes, doing everything street people are doing. So they're no different, are they? And these people in homes are propped up in a way. And they're freezing in homes. I've been in homes where people turn the AC on so fucking cold. I'm under my covers and we're wasting energy. That's usually what they're doing, is they're freezing me out. More and more, we're hearing of places that are offering showers, food, clothing, getting on food stamps, things like that. People are taking to the streets, and I want you to know there's not as many people as you think. We are in a CG effect. When you watch Encanto, when you see Bruno, he's green. He's stuck in CG land, in the movie land on TV. The TV is us. We are. I'm vegan, now. I really like plant-based. I don't feel guilt if I eat meat or different things. And tuna has always been a big staple growing up. I love tuna. And I was eating you can get these little packs of tuna, and they have them flavored and things like that. And I was eating it, and I go, oh yeah, I know I'm the tuna, and it's like I want to taste good for myself. I don't want to be murdered in a way, in a bad way, and so on. I walked by a chair and I rubbed it, and I go, woo, because I'm the chair. I made that noise. But I'm collected with other spirits there, there's male and female animals, things like that. I've talked about our placenta. I've flat out seen the placenta after birth, and it looks like an octopus. And octopus's life cycle is 9 months, right? That's us. We are the octopus. And then we're killing it in the ocean and things like that, rather than being able to really see how amazing this miracle of birth is. So we are the homeless in homes. I'm fortunate to have a car. The air is cold still, but I'm not on the ground. That probably helps a little. Or you get the flow under you and it's cold. So people are given food, but they're not given, gas and cars and roofs over their home, things like that, over their head. But there's a lot of good people out there doing stuff, from passing out food, clothing, essential items. I had people that in the know turned me on to the food stamp program. I never had applied for that, and it hit luckily right when I got evicted unlawfully. And it is unlawful evictions going on in the world with people. They didn't even want to work with me whatsoever. And I don't mean like feel sorry for me. I mean like fucking work with me. I could have brought income to them and gone into a 1-bedroom, this and that. They wouldn't even talk to me about it. Really rude and weird people. You can watch Charlie Chocolate. The precursor, there's one that's earlier. It takes place probably in the 1800s or earlier. And that one really shows you, it's like a hotel that's being run, and it shows you that those spirits were already, unfortunately, in the abyss. And so that's what happened there at that Creekside Village Apartments in San Bernardino. They were already in the abyss. And you hear them, they're constantly saying, my spirits are being burned. I hate my mom. This and that. All this stuff's going on. We can't buy hot food items on food stamps, and you can't go to restaurants. I think they don't want people in there on food stamps. And then, homeless people are getting propane stoves, things like that. You can buy those little camping stoves for $20 and, make your hot food. So having coffee was nice. Someone brought me some coffee this morning and a donut. People are living lives. For instance, I met a man who's just like my dad. And my dad was born in 1942, and this man was born in 1942. And my dad, to me, is the sun sign of the man's moon sign, because my dad, we suspected, things about him, from connected to underground to cheating and doing stuff, in a relationship. He was such a good dad too. And then this man is that side of him, all the things. It's like in the flesh I'm seeing. He's the coolest person I've met, here. So people are truly encountering the sun and the moon in a separate aware. And you think about twins, twins have had a rough life growing up, seeing someone that looks just like you. People thought my sister and I were twins, but we weren't identical. We're 2 years apart. And, on closer inspection, you could tell us apart. But as my grandma got older, she always called me Kim. Hi, Kim. She'd be right there at me. Hi, Kim. I'm Patrice. So your Gemini is your bookend, and people are actually born as twins, and, they're like a bookend, very highly intelligent bookends. And we all have a Gemini, a twin, and we're twixt. Can you imagine how confused we are? And things will go missing, and I go, I think my twin has it, like from my phone. They're like, oh, I know, I'm using it. I'm showing people stuff. These are real divinity talking, and they're really high intelligent beings, and another aware with people and human spirits and animals. And it's the trippiest thing ever when you open up this realm. And I know a lot of you are constantly feeling pressure in the back of your throat. You have a hard time swallowing. When you do marijuana, it's called cottonmouth. And you're bringing a lot of spirits that are needing healing. My grandpa, they said, had emphysema. He couldn't breathe in his lungs. And, I don't know, diabetes probably. And I don't know what he had. Never diabetes. I don't know. It was more emphysema. He was a smoker. They blamed it on his smoking. And the hospital got him, tracheing him, do all kinds of shit to him. So that realm, unfortunately, took him. I have a shaman toolkit, and I do still like my beer. I like cigarettes. I do like marijuana. I use different things, and you got to learn to work with anything. You can't just go balls to the wall and think you know what you're doing in life. And unless you just are really safe. You have good people that you did stuff with. To me, school was the biggest gateway drug, because we were really responsible drinkers growing up, and it didn't start happening as far as getting really drunk and hurt. It happened at school. McClintock High School was the first time I got wasted at a football game. Didn't have my parents around, and I almost died that night. And things like that, continued on, the party animals, the this, the that. And some of the restaurant people are the biggest partiers, So you think about when you've been hurt. Usually it's when you're not with mom and dad. That's the only time I would get hurt. I was with a babysitter or my sisters or my spouse. And your real mom and dad are mother and father God, okay? Your parents' real mom and dad are mother and father God. And we're trying to be reborn. And Ralph and Judy over here, Ralph's over here, went in 2012. And Judy's still here, had some strokes, trying to gain back her balance. And so I'm trying to be reborn in Ralph and Judy. The land of the greed. It truly is. We're fighting former versions of ourselves when we wake up. The Stepford syndrome in all realms. So please carry cash for homeless people. Cash is king. And little things, you can provide are really great. And they appreciate that. And, you know, there's a lot of people in homes suffering too. And so if you know someone needs a phone call, don't be afraid to reach out. You know, the immigration and the news people, get on camera as much as possible. Don't be afraid to be on camera and talk to them and tell them why you're there and why you're protesting or why you're doing what you're doing. I think that sign holding is good, and I think you have to be careful though. You shouldn't be near a place where people can put your hands on you, including law enforcement. I'd be out of there. I wouldn't be close enough that people could touch me. You know, I'd feel like I'm doing something wrong or creating a crime. And I think it's just not worth it then if it becomes that. And so don't get involved with people that are turning violent on the streets, including throwing water bottles at cops or cops putting their hands on you. That's just going to piss you off. And the people that are antagonizing this are antagonizing it. And you got to stay away from this element. I encourage you to stay away from this element. You don't have to be a sheep, even in a protest, and get arrested and get hurt and so on and so forth. So, to me, the whole world's going to shut down. It's just a matter of time, but it's going to be a good thing. And we're going to be bringing our countries in and our old-fashioned remedies and our natural remedies. Go plant-based as much as you can. Seek it out. Just even finding little elixirs, from ginger shots to, you know, turmeric to, I heard beets helps diabetes. Try a salad once in a while in your life, you know, just even opening this area up. Marijuana is a superfood too. You can just buy weed and then that's your food. That's your everything. It can bring a lot of things you need into your life, including wanting you to eat or having you not eat if you don't want to eat, or helping you not have to go to the bathroom, or helping you get balanced, you know, calm down inside. Just clock in with your person, place, or things. You know, when you're overwhelmed, just go back to breathing and stay in the now. The now is super important because everything happens in the now. We're all on the same timeline. We don't realize it. And we've had amnesia. So we're all in the now. If you live in the past, you're depressed. You know, constantly, but you did this. You did that. Oh, you said that. Oh, you did that. Oh, you always do that. You know, generalizing, you're depressed. If you're living in the future, I got to do this, I got to do that, I got to do this, I got to go to the gas station, I got to get some coffee, got to go to work, got to put that thing in there, I got to talk to her, I got to go there, I got to try to make some phone calls. You know, we know how to do all those. I know how to get gas. I know how to get coffee. I know how to whatever. You know, if you have that life. So don't stress about it. You know how to take them off your list or make a list. And then you're going to be okay. Just drop it into heart and center as much as you can. You know, if you're trying to get through and tears are welling up or this and that, you can drop it into center. You do literally just get those thoughts right here and breathe. This is your center, your heart. You're connected to all of us. No one's guilty behind the scenes of committing crimes. So we have to quit blaming and keep riding ships and quit fighting over stupid things and stop putting hands on people, and don't be anywhere where people can put their hands on you. You have to avoid, and you're better off being celibate than being with a toxic person. If you have a safe place to be, you have a safe place to be, because not a lot of people do. Use all your resources. And once again, there's a reset, you know, where we're seeing the experience, you know, the true spirits and invisible light. They can see my experiences as a little girl. Let's look at that. What happened? Oh, I can see, look at that. Oh, that really happened. Oh, there's her dad coming in the room. I see full on Ralph and Judy. There's Mr. Prestiliano with him. There's so-and-so. Look at the clouds are kind of forming. My mom says she saw her dad in the clouds with his cowboy boots and skinny legs. I like my Diet Cokes, my Diet Pepsis. I like stuff like this. It helps me. And good food. And you become a foodie when you wake up. Don't be afraid of food. If you think you're heavy and you need to switch your diet, you need to switch it as far as what you're ingesting. and fall in love with food and cooking. Food's amazing. And we'll be all growing it. You know, I say these state-of-the-art base camps, I call them, are going to be real. And you're going to see the U.S. looking a lot like Europe, the nice parts of Europe. The trains, the bike lanes, the scooter lanes. You can walk just a mile and be with community. We've been growing food. We're having a big dinner right now coming up, and storytelling and music and entertainment. And this is an ever-ending occurring thing that's going to happen. Getting rid of traffic lights. When you talk to leadfoots, they're like, I'm trying to time a traffic light. I'm timing a traffic light. Inside, they actually say that because of the Google Maps. When you Google Maps something and say, I need to go here to there, oh, you're going to get there in 11 minutes. How is it doing that? We are Google Maps. And they are saying and timing these traffic lights. And you're now riding with people and they're leadfoots. It's a weird phenomena going on. And so we have to help all of these areas. But you don't look down on homeless people, man, because they're looking down on you. Trust us. All right, peace out.